Hey guys, Chief here. This is the fifth video in the CIA Manual on Psychological Operations in Guerrilla Warfare audiobook series. In this video, I'm reading out Chapter 5, Massive In-Depth Support Through Psychological Operations. Generalities. The separate coverage in these sections could leave the student with some doubts. Therefore, all sections are summarized here in order to give a clearer picture of this book. Motivation as a combatant propagandist. Every member of the struggle should know that his political mission is as important, if not more, than his tactical mission. Armed propaganda. Armed propaganda in small towns, rural villages, and city residential districts should give the impression that our weapons are not for exercising power over the people, but rather that the weapons are for protecting the people, that they are the power of the people against the government of oppression. Armed propaganda teams. Armed propaganda teams will combine political awareness building and the ability to conduct propaganda for ends of personal persuasion, which will be carried out within the population. Cover facade organizations. The fusion of several organizations and associations recognized by the government through internal subjective control occurs in the final stages of the operation in close cooperation with mass meetings. Control of mass demonstrations. The mixture of elements of the struggle with participants in the demonstration will give the appearance of spontaneous demonstration, lacking direction, which will be used by the agitators of the struggle to control the behavior of the masses. Conclusion. Too often we see guerrilla warfare only from the point of view of combat actions. This view is erroneous and extremely dangerous. Combat actions are not the key to victory in guerrilla warfare, but rather form part of one of 6 basic efforts. There is no priority in any of these efforts, but rather they should progress in a parallel manner. The emphasis or exclusion of any of these efforts could bring about serious difficulties and, in the worst of cases, even failure. The history of revolutionary wars has shown this reality. Alright guys, well that was it. It was pretty much just a conclusion of everything else we've read, and I think it's really good from a wavetop perspective. Now, I think a lot of people, if I were to put this at the beginning of the playlist, would only listen to this and then think they were fine and not listen to anything else. I think we should individually, I hate when people say we, but I think individually myself and hopefully you guys reading should go back through and say, well, really question exactly how each of these is done. Not reciting word for word, but getting a deeper understanding and meaning. I will say, of course, it does re-reference the FSLN, Government of Oppression, instead of the just Government of Oppression, so I appended that when I was talking. I'm just reading out anything that I wrote down previously. Therefore, all sections are summarized here in order to give a clear picture of this book. Right next to that, I have it wrote down, quote, best thing that the CIA has done. Of course, I wrote down every member of the struggle should know that this political mission is as important, therefore, if not more than his tactical mission. And I wrote down have 10 reasons for every major thing that you do. I wrote down next to armed propaganda teams, and I kind of disagree with this nowadays. I have it wrote as the sexy option, where this is what everybody wants to do. Oh, dude, we're going to go be guerrilla war fighters, and I mean, we still need a logistical support, especially within the people, not just our own fake group, but having genuine people in the fake group. Yep. Oh, it says the control of mass demonstrations being spontaneous, lacking direction, which will be used by the agitators to control the struggle of the masses. This is for a few reasons which are very obvious, but of course it's more personal and believable, but as well it is literally, and that is in regard to outsiders seeing this movement, but to the actual demonstrators and people within, it is really honest because it is what they are pushing for, and thus it's themselves. Let's see. Combat actions are not the key to victory in guerrilla warfare. There's no priority in the efforts, but they should progress in a parallel manner. I have it wrote, this is how our warfare should be conducted. Dehumanization could be used. That's definitely interesting. I have not, I wrote that a few years ago. Overall, short chapter here. Not much to go over. I'm trying to extrapolate from nothing. Extrapolate from stuff that we've already got the basis on and agree on. So The last chapter of this book, the appendix, which goes over the audience, qualities of a speech, logic, structures of speech, literary resources, and that's it. See you guys there. Train hard, fight hard. God bless.